So now we're going to go a little bit deeper into mapping your buyer. When I said we're literally doing that whole thing end to end, I really meant it. I know this is a lot. And this is, by the way, all of this is just strategy and context at the beginning, right? This is how important this is. People that jump straight into execution or straight into trying to hack Reddit or something else are going to miss so much of this, because how are you going to know even what to go influence if you don't have all this work that you've done? Okay, so now we're going to start mapping. We've defined your buyer, we define your ICP, but now we're going to start to map things. And mapping is how we start to go from context to action a bit more, right? And so obviously we define the ICP and the persona, and I can show you examples here, but there's a lot of different ways to kind of do this. And then what we're going to start to do is map buyer questions based on different stages of the funnel, okay? Before we get into that, I just want to show you what I like to call discovery mechanisms. And discovery mechanisms have been really eye-opening and really helpful as a way to structure things. And so when it comes to these mechanisms, they can be used to come up with ideas. They can be used to come up with questions that people might have. They can be used to come up with opportunities. They're really kind of like mechanisms, right? And so think of these as nodes of mechanisms that then you can turn on in order to go uncover things. So for example, in the when it comes to buyer questions, right, there are the jobs to be done, the personas, the pain points, the buyer journeys, and many of these align to the context work that we've already done here, right? And then on the product, there's like product surface areas, there are use cases, there's like the technology stack and integrations and pricing, there's buying criteria, there's a bunch of things you can do here. Then there's market-based things, which are around kind of like themes that are arising from some of the research you did, terminology, buying, all the buying category mapping that we did. And then from the competitive set, there's like, you know, really thinking through kind of your overall competitor envelope, also like gaps and comparisons. And then there's what most people do, which is signal-based. And signals are important, but a lot of times signals miss the broader context. And so I always am careful and thoughtful how we use signals. In other words, if you just go dump a bunch of keywords and say, okay, come up with a bunch of buyer questions from these keywords, there's so much context that's missing there that's going to create so much noise in that. But it is really, really helpful, right? It's really helpful to go into community signals like Reddit and forums and social, as well as like looking at, if you're already measuring AI citations, looking at some of those gaps. And I'll show you later on kind of how we've done that. Okay, so now what we started to do here is really come up, once we have these segments, if you will, within the evaluation, we really like to start in this section here, which is the evaluation stage of the funnel. And I'll explain a little bit more about this, but if you go back to our two jobs, which is create demand and capture demand, where AI visibility and AEO can influence the most is, in terms of direct impact, is in your ability to be recommended when people are looking for a solution, when they have commercial intent, right? And that's where being recommended, being mentioned, and having control of that and making sure the way you're recommended is aligned to your context is important. And the awareness and education is more about framing the overall market and helping to get the whole market and buyers to think the way you want them to think. It's about driving traffic, it's about driving awareness to your brand and build credibility overall. So the job is very different. And so we want to map buyer questions across the full funnel, but we really recommend starting with the evaluation stage here. And if you do it from the context of your segments, then those questions are going to be way more relevant, because now you have all this additional context that you can feed it and all these discovery mechanisms, right? So you can still use keywords, you can still use many of the discovery mechanisms, but if you constrain the scope to the segment that you're trying to do, then uncovering these buyer questions are going to be way easier. Okay, and so for each one of these questions, what we're trying to do, and I'll show you an example here, but this is what a segment looks like in GrowthOS, but we're really trying to measure everything, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. But when you think about a question now you can start to treat a question as an actual primitive that is really important across the board, right? So the mental model here is that a page is the best answer to an actual buyer question. And you can have keywords and prompts and all this data that backs into a question that are aligned to a question. And a question you can start to now really tag and classify based on the entire taxonomy of your business, which is really informed by your entire context, right? So personas and use cases and buyer journey. So every question now can have this entire taxonomy. So then later on, you can actually start to measure any of these altitudes when it comes to your ability to influence AI visibility and other things you might want to influence. And then the discovery mechanisms, there's a bunch of different things you want to do. You want to back into, the keywords and the volumes and keyword difficulty, but also start to estimate, the demand from AI search as well, right? But all of this is really important to have the context of that all the work that we did before, right? And this all then there's multiple different strategies, which we're going to get into later, this is mapping some of the core questions. And then later on, we're going to talk about mapping the overall strategy. Okay. And there's some overlap between these two things.